What's going on YouTube? It's Mellow DFS coming to you live and direct, here to give you my lineup builder for NFL Week 9, y'all, for the main game slate, 10 game slate, y'all. So let's jump into it. Feel free to smash that like button. Please subscribe. Any questions or concerns with the lineup, just feel free to comment below. All right, definitely willing to have some discussions with my picks, or just in general, if you have any questions with your picks, just let me know. But here I am going with my picks for week 9, y'all. So let's jump into it. Going with quarterback, I will be plugging in Cam, the man Newton, in a great spot. All right, going against Tampa Bay at home. He's averaging 25.18 fantasy points in the past 5 games. Tampa's last, allowing 332.7 passing yards a game. He also allowed 2.9 passing touchdowns a game. He had Dalton, he had 20 fantasy points. Mayfield had 20. Matt Ryan had 30 fantasy points. You had Trubisky with 46. Even Big Ben with 28 fantasy points. So definitely, Cam Newton's going to put up them numbers. All right, they allow average 32.9 fantasy points when away. So definitely, he has great upside at home against Tampa Bay. Now going with my running back, I'm going to go stay with the Panthers. Christian McCaffrey's in a great spot. Like I said, at home, he's averaging 7.4 targets with 6.3 receptions a game. He's averaging 13 carries for 60.4 rushing yards a game with 3 touchdowns. All right, Tampa, they allow 54.9 receiving yards a game to running backs. They also allow 1.1 rushing touchdowns to running backs. And they allow average 34.4 fantasy points when away. So this guy could definitely go off in the lineup. So definitely want to pick him at 7,800 is a steal. So I'm plugging him in. Going with my third running back. It was iffy between Adrian Peterson and Lamar Miller, but I think Lamar Miller with a great salary save at 5,200 on DraftKings is definitely a great steal. And he's averaging 16.3 carries a game for 72 rushing yards a game with 3 touchdowns. But he's averaging 11.4 fantasy points when away. He's averaging, Denver allows average 125 rushing yards a game. So definitely Houston want to attack Denver with the running game. All right, they average 23.6 rushing attempts a game, and they allow an average 28.4 fantasy points when at home. So definitely in that stat alone, Lamar Miller, even though they're going to be away, he still has great upside at 5,200. If you haven't already, definitely want to click the link in my description for Draft Dashboard tools. Have access to my player pool. It's all about saving research time, y'all. This is a great tool. It gives you the defense, offense matchups. It gives you the last 3 games and their fantasy points, the last 3 targets per game, even their last 3 rush attempts a game. Also, you go through DraftKings or Fanduel, just a one-stop shop for your plays. Also, once you sign up in the link in my description, it's only $30, 30 days for $1. Can't beat it. So join it, y'all. You have access to your sleepers, your studs, even the watch players. You have access to my plays. Just click on the watch players, and it will take you to Mello's DFS picks. Let's go here. There we go. Click that button, watch Mel's DFS picks. You get all my plays. You also make your own custom player pool. All you have to do is once you pick a player, just click that circle right here and it'll turn red, and that's when you'll be able to watch your players. You can also go ahead and plug it into your lineup optimizer. Generates a quality lineup for your like. You can save your lineup and even export it to DraftKings or Fanduel if you have a desktop computer. Just a definitely one-stop shop, save research time, y'all. So definitely click the link in my description for more information. All right, now going to my receivers. I'm looking at Brandon Cooks in a great position against New Orleans. All right, he's averaging 7.7 targets a game for 5 receptions a game for 91.9 passing yards a game. He's averaging 17.2 fantasy points, but when away, he's getting 12.9 fantasy points, Saints defense is last, allowing 235.7 receiving yards to receivers, 1.9 touchdowns a game. So he definitely is in for a great game, y'all, against Saints. Even a great pivot from Cam Newton. Jared Goff is in a great spot as well. So definitely want to take a look at him. Going by another receiver. This guy blew up last game, week 7. I'm going to go ahead and plug in Sammy Watkins. Only 4,900, y'all. Even though with that great game he had, 33 fantasy points against Denver, they still kept him at 4,900. Definitely a steal in this matchup against Cleveland. He had 9 targets for 8 receptions for 107 yards with 2 touchdowns last week. He's in another great matchup with amazing price. He's averaging 6.1 targets a game, 4.3 receptions for 56.6 receiving yards with 3 touchdowns so far for the season. Against Cleveland, they allow an average 186.4 receiving yards to receivers a game, and they average around 14.3 receptions to receivers a game. He's definitely, he's one of those guys. He showed what he's able to contribute in the offense, and just the way that he was able to score. Patrick Mahomes is definitely comfortable with him. Hopefully they could definitely connect for week 9. So definitely want to take a look at Sammy Watkins at a great salary save price. All right, going to my next receiver. I'm gonna go down to another salary play. He's probably gonna be low owned. Paul Richardson Jr. in a great spot against ATL. He's averaging 11.5 fantasy points in the past 2 games versus ATL in the past 2 years. He's averaging 11.4 fantasy points at home. ATL averages allow an average 202 receiving yards to receivers, 1.7 touchdowns a game to receivers, and they also last versus the receiver 1 position. And Paul Richardson's definitely he should be able to put in work. Only 3,800. He's one of those guys that has great value. And looking at Adrian Peterson as well, but knowing that they're more of a more vulnerable in the pass attack, they might utilize Paul Richardson as one of those slot receiver to gain more yards on like a 2-yard catch, 2-yard catch, and be able to get about a lot of first downs. But this guy is one of those guys that could, you shovel a pass on the side and he'll definitely dart out, man, and could get extra yards. So this one guy, man, definitely is a salary saver, but he could definitely put in work. So for 3,800, I'm gonna take him. All right, now going to my tight end position, I'm gonna be plugging in OJ Howard in a great spot. He's averaging 73% more fantasy points in outdoor games. He's averaging 10.1 fantasy points when away. Carolina's last, allowing 77.9 receiving yards a game to tight ends. Also allow average 14 fantasy points when at home, and allow 6.9 receptions. He's averaging 4.9 targets a game for 3.4 receptions a game, 59.9 receiving yards with 3 touchdowns so far in the season. Definitely one of the guys to watch for. As you can see in these last 3 games, he's been balling, y'all. And with this vulnerable Carolina D against tight ends, he's definitely going to be able to put in work at 4,300. Now we're on this flex pick. I'm going to go ahead and plug in Jarvis Landry in a great spot. All right, let's go down to Jarvis Landry in a great spot at home. He's averaging 11.6 targets for 6.1 receptions a game. Only 66.1 receptions a game. All right, he already has 2 touchdowns for the season. He's averaging 14.7 fantasy points at home. All right, Kansas City allows an average 181 receiving yards a game to receivers, and they allow 47% more fantasy points to receivers when away. So it's a great stat. He's one of those guys to get all those targets, man. He just needs to unleash with with his yards, y'all. So he's one of those guys that can go off at home. He should definitely do damage. So hopefully he can show what he's about and claim that victory. Baker Mayfield's in a great position as well in quarterback. but Jarvis Landry is that focal point in that offense. And going with my defense, I'm plugging in the Bears. Even though they're 4,100, Bears are awful, y'all. I'm paying up to go against this offense. Buffalo's taking about 3.1 sacks a game, averaging about 1.3 interceptions a game. And Bears are averaging 10.7 fantasy points win away. Mac attack should be back. So in that state alone, this D is going to, as you can see, the last 4 weeks, 14, 17, 13, 14. They should definitely go back up to around that numbers. So going to plug in Bears as my defense, and that still gives us 100 left in the remaining picks. But that's my lineup builder in the first look for week 9, y'all. Definitely, if you like my plays, feel free to give me thumbs up. Any questions or concerns with your plays, feel free to comment below. Please subscribe for daily content, and if you don't mind, press that bell icon to get notifications for future videos. Love y'all. Y'all collect that bag. All right, and I'll talk to you later.